Brief introduction. In broad field of electronics engineering, making project that's subject to our course is really time-taking process, particularly making a circuit diagram as well as designing. Typically, the process of making a circuit diagram is step-by-step procedure from designing, projecting, developing, and etching are really time-consuming. In the process of making a circuit diagram, through our computer, we make a layout for the PCB, print it to acetate, then project it using UV light or fluorescent light for alternative. After printing, we develop the layout by a developer in which we have to prepare first the mixtures. Next and final step is the etching process in which we mix ferric chloride to warm water, put the PCB on it. Semi-automatic PCB designing to etching system conduct to make a design as well as to project, develop, and etch a design and process it with at least of time. Purpose of the study. This project intends to develop and undertake out a prototype of the improvement on the etching system for speeding up the whole process of making PCB layout and its output. This research work all about the etching system and other related references. It also includes the materials and supplies which consist of electronic components that are needed for the whole study and the software to be used. Then, the process which consists of layout and design, circuit development, refers to the working out with the circuit. The output of the process is the prototype PCB etching system. Significance of the study. The project intends to make human life more simple and easy. The system provides the user to have one more etching process. It is user-friendly, which enables them to avoid exposure and the chemical used. Having a system that is semi-automatically operated is a very attractive system to build. This study will help the researchers and also the following. To students, to be able to build a project, especially in electronics, in less time. Also to be more practiced at programming since this project is programmable. To future researcher, the proposed study will benefit and help the future researcher as their guide. The study can also open in development of this study.
This is the actual device of a computer-based PCB designing to etching system. First step here is to make a design using any software. Then of course, print it to acetate paper. After that, we have to project the design on a presensitized PCB using a UV light. Here we use Visual Basic as a button controller of the system. There's a 3 button that you must pick for the sizes of the PCB. Our demo is for a 2x3 PCB. For the projecting process, set up the acetate design on the PCB holder. Click the UV light button and the projecting process will eventually begin. This system will automatically turn on and off the UV light in such a period of time. After the projection, we have to develop the design in the developer tank. We will proceed to the developer button. Press it and the motor will begin to supply the right amount for the tank. That's the time also the motor for the shaking process starts and automatically off after 5 minutes. Press it and the motor will begin to supply the right amount for the tank. That's the time also the motor for the shaking process starts and automatically off after 5 minutes. After developing, we will etch the copper of the presensitized PCB. Again, press the etching part on the controller, and the motor for the ferric chloride will supply right amount on the tank, then servo motor will start again for the etching process. in such a period of time, then automatically drain. Every draining process has a corresponding motor and pump for each of the chemicals. After this process, we have to wash the PCB. So in the controller again, there is a button for the water. Click it again and the motor will supply water and drain on the other side. And that's the whole process of our system.